Coming up on episode 9 of the podcast, we've got some great clips for you guys, including an interview with Natalie. She took the time to talk with us at the beautiful South Shore Golf Club in Las Vegas about life as a professional golfer and the upcoming game, Real Golf. In the gaming department, we have some brand new iPhone games for you guys, including Modern Combat 2, Gangstar, Miami Vindication, Star Battalion, and Spiderman Total Mayhem.
We're also assembling a development diary of Dungeon Hunter 2, which you'll get a peek at later on, in addition to some iPad games like The Settlers and Fishing Kings. You'll get to see that and more right here on the Gameloft Video Podcast.
Hey guys, I'm Josh.
And I'm Naomi, and welcome to the Gameloft Video Podcast, your online source for anything and everything related to Gameloft.
So as I mentioned before, I was in Las Vegas a few weeks ago to meet with Natalie.
Oh hey, how was that?
It was pretty cool actually. It was my first time in Vegas. I'd never been there before, and it was just a lot of fun. Anyway, during that interview, I took the time to ask Natalie some rapid-fire questions about her personality and life as a pro. So before we take a look at some in-game footage, let's have a look at what she had to say.
I played in my first LPGA event when I was 14 years old, and even though I didn't play that well and I knew I had a long way to go, I definitely was driven to join the tour as soon as I could. Now, knowing that I have a game that I'm actually going to play is fun, because when I'm waiting in airports or waiting during a weather delay or just want to look at some sunshine and imagine myself being on the golf course, I'm going to be able to do that through that game, and I think that's what's really going to be fun. Absolutely amazing. I was so excited when I opened it up and had the chance to play me and watch the mannerisms, and it's an honor. It feels like I'm playing regular golf.
Real Golf features 10 of the world's best golfers ready to challenge you, including Natalie, Camilo Villegas, Jim Furyk, Vijay Singh, and more.
Gameloft has included 10 golf courses fully recreated in 3D, including the famous Bethpage, Evian Masters, and Harbour Town.
This is as real as it gets. We used motion capture technology to make every character's swing and putt movements as authentic as possible.
Dynamic lighting effects change the environment from early morning to evening as you play through each hole.
So we'd just like to thank Natalie for taking time out of her busy schedule to speak with us, and to everyone at the South Shore Golf Club for providing us with such an awesome location and accommodating us so generously.
And moving on, our next trailer is a preview of a game that FPS fans are easily getting excited about as we speak.
In fact, both the trailer and the game were designed here at our studio in beautiful...
That's right, we're really proud of everyone here in Montreal, and we couldn't ask them to do a better job.
Damn studio crows!
Anyways, here's a trailer for Modern Combat 2. So that was just a quick preview. If you want to see the whole thing, just check out our YouTube channel.
Finish what you started in the sequel to the most critically acclaimed iPhone first-person shooter of all time, this time in fronts across the globe.
The original control modes have been refined for more fluid gameplay and movement, and the new gyroscope controls have been added to make full use of the iPhone 4 and to give gamers a thrilling gaming experience.
Plus, you get to try out 3 different characters in 12 battlefields across several locations, including Europe, South America, and the Middle East. With 15 different weapons to choose from and the power to upgrade with accessories, you'll turn yourself into the ultimate soldier.
We've also improved the quality of gameplay to provide the most complete multiplayer FPS on the App Store. Keep an eye out for Modern Combat 2 on the iPhone and iPad this fall. Gangstar Miami Vindication is another game that's coming out soon, and we've got a trailer here to tell you all about it. It'll be released simultaneously for the iPhone and the iPad. You'll be able to download it on the App Store in the next couple of weeks. Gangstar Miami Vindication offers an unparalleled level of immersion into the criminal underground, thanks to a brilliant soundtrack, professional voice acting, and articulately designed backgrounds.
Listen, amigo, the little bastard is mine now.
The game allows you to drive cars, motorcycles, boats, and even a helicopter. The iPhone 4's Retina display offers the most awe-inspiring urban environment ever on a handheld device. Dungeon Hunter 2 is another game that's been picking up steam lately. Many of you guys know it'll include cooperative multiplayer mode, a number of character classes, and lots more action and adventure.
Our video team has prepared a development diary for our YouTube channel and of course you guys, which will show you exactly what goes on here behind the scenes from the creative side of Gameloft. In the meantime, here's a sneak peek at what you can expect to see.
Donc une des premières choses qu'on a fait quand on a commencé La production de Dungeon Hunter 2, ça a été d'aller voir tous les forums de joueurs, d'aller voir toutes les reviews de l'App Store et de faire une bonne liste de tout ce que les joueurs voulaient voir s'il devait y avoir un 2. On a suivi ce qu'ils avaient envie de voir, donc d'avoir une expérience avec leurs amis en multiplayer et que l'expérience soit plus longue, plus de variété. On a fait tout ça, quoi. Donc on espère que ça leur plaira et puis on les attend en multiplayer pour jouer avec eux.
Last month, we released a special edition of the podcast of Comic-Con San Diego. If you didn't get a chance to see it, you can check out our YouTube channel, find episode 8, and see full coverage of the event. Josh got to speak to some really cool people and just have a blast in one of the nerdiest places on the planet. We also used that event as an opportunity to promote Spider-Man Total Mayhem, which was released on September 1st. With symbiote powers, Spidey has increased strength, dexterity, and awesome new attacks. The black costume also lets you change shape to increase your combat skills, turning Spider-Man into a fearsome opponent.
Spider-Man Total Mayhem is a superhero action game unlike any other on the iPhone or iPod Touch. It features web-slinging, wall crawling, daring leaps, and rescues. Plus, you get to unlock the black Spider-Man costume and play through the game again. Next up, we have a special sneak preview for a new sci-fi space simulator called Star Battalion. In it, you play as an ace pilot fighting against an evil dictatorship. We put a lot of heart and effort into creating a game for you guys that is rich in both storyline and gameplay.
Star Battalion will allow you to venture off to fantastic worlds and take on missions in an array of unique spaceships. Uncover a sordid tale of betrayal, ambition, and hope as you try to mend a galaxy in ruins. To truly immerse yourself in the world of Star Battalion, you'll be able to invite friends from all over the world for co-op multiplayer locally or online via Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connections, a first for 3D iPhone games. The game will also make use of the iPhone 4's gyroscope and Retina display. You'll be able to play Star Battalion on the iPhone and iPod Touch.
So there are a lot of really cool iPhone games out there already, and I'm sure you iPad users are eager to try them as well. Well, don't worry. We're working very hard to bring many of our iPhone games to the iPad App Store as soon as they're ready.
In the meantime, you'll be happy to know that the Settlers and Fishing Kings are now available on the iPad App Store. So next up, let's answer a few questions from you guys. Our first question comes from Manuel, who asks, you recently updated some games with optimization for the iPhone 4. My question is, are you planning on doing some stuff with the new gyro?
Well, as newer devices come out, so too do better games. Gameloft has been working really hard to incorporate all that the iPhone 4 has to offer, including the new gyroscope feature, which you can find in Nova Near Orbit Vanguard Alliance.
And that's not to mention the improvements to the game's graphics thanks to the Retina display. Other games will also feature the latest aspects of iPhone technology and may already be available as soon as this podcast airs. Gyroscope upgrades are soon to be released in Modern Combat Sandstorm, Shrek Kart, Iron Man 2, Brothers in Arms 2, and Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Conviction. Alright, our next question comes from Rish, who asks, are you guys planning on making sequels for Gangstar, Modern Combat, and Nova?
Rest assured, as we mentioned before, sequels to Gangstar and Modern Combat are on their way this year. As for a Nova sequel, however, we'll just have to wait and see.
Alright, and our last question comes from Adib, who asks, I've always wondered what creating a full 3D game looks like. Do you think you can show us a bit?
Well, as a matter of fact, it's because of questions like this from Adib that we decided to create the developer's diary for Dungeon Hunter 2. If you guys liked what you saw in this podcast, feel free to check out the full-length video on our YouTube channel.
And that's it for our Q&A segment. Thanks for writing in. If you have questions for us, please leave them in the comment section of our blog, and we'll try to answer a few each month.
In the meantime, you can get more information or videos from our blog, Facebook account, Twitter page, or YouTube channel.
For Gameloft, I'm Naomi.
And I'm Josh, and you've been watching the Gameloft video podcast.
And more energy.
I'm out of a busy schedule. Sorry, I bit my tongue. I had a potato in my mouth. So we'd just like to thank Natalie Gulbis for taking time out of her busy schedule to speak with us.
What's happening?
Just looking down.
What?
Okay, come on, wave.
Finish what you started in the sequel to the most critically acclaimed
Farts.
Fart.
Are you recently updated? No.
I'm not recently updated. I've got to admit, I'm way behind the times.
Kid, stop filming.
Thanks for the question.